All right, man. Let's talk about real quick the NFL coaches that got fired this morning. All right. Make sure you thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. On my social media subscription, Twitter's the fastest way, and Facebook and Instagram. Check out the NFL playlist for more videos like this, and I'll be doing my annual NFL prediction for the playoffs. All right. Um, the Raiders and Chargers was the best game of the year last year, especially in prime time, because the other prime time football game Monday night, Thursday night, they've been trash. Sunday night, they've been trash. Uh, so, uh, okay. The most surprising one was Brian Flores. Okay, but we gonna say that for last. So Minnesota was fired. Minnesota fired Mike Zimmer. Everybody seen that coming, and they fired Rick Spielman, who was his brother's great linebacker, Chris Spielman, I believe, who played at Ohio State, who works with Detroit Lions organization. I'm a Detroit Lions fan, unfortunately. Check out my Detroit channel, Motor City Sports Talk, right here on YouTube. So here you go, right here. They said Minnesota Vikings can fire both head coach Mike Zimmer and general manager Rick Spielman per two league sources. Um, and the Dan Quinn from the Cowboys get another job or head coaching job. Mike Zimmer is linked to go down there and take over as defensive coordinator. So to me, a lot of that got to do with Kirk Cousins. Okay. Somebody down in the practice squad say because his defense got figured out 3 years ago. Like older guys don't they don't like to deviate from what they do. They don't like to make adjustments. They don't like to do new wrinkles. And that's why Pete Carroll, that's why they suffer in Seattle. Everybody know how they cover three work now, but there's no here, no there. They go. But yeah, I see this coming, man. They've been running in mud. I mean, them beating New Orleans in the playoffs a couple years ago, that bought them some time. Right now, Kirk Cousins is the biggest reason why. Giving him all that, gave him a guaranteed contract, then you extended him, and he's not that good. So, like I said before, that's the difference between being a great head coach or and for sure a great general manager. If you can't find a good quarterback, bro, it's gonna be hard in this league. And they just stuck with Kirk Cousins because they were scared to go out there and get another quarterback. And had they had Aaron Rodgers, this very same team and roster would be favored to win the Super Bowl. Okay, this very same roster will be favored to win the Super Bowl. So when you can't find a quarterback, it's a wrap. Then you let go Xavier Rhodes. He rekindled the frame, become a great corner with the Indianapolis coach who completely lost to the Jaguars yesterday. So I mean, they made some mistakes. Made some mistakes, and the defense should be better than what they are. But for the most part, it was Kirk Cousins the reason why they gone. We'll see what they do. Now they said Rick Spielman, he thought he was supposed to they thought he was looking, he was looking at new head coach candidates, and he got blindsided apparently. So the Bears fired Nagy, but also the Chicago Care Bears fired a general manager, Ryan Pace. Okay, he gone too. So we all knew Matt Nagy was gone. Came from the Andy Reid tree. He had to beat him in his head to run the ball. He was part of the team. Ryan Pace was part of the team that drafted Mitchell Trubisky over Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. You know how different that team would be there. They had Mitchell Trubisky and Patrick Mahomes. It'd be a wrap. Chicago with that defense, they'd win the NFC every year, barring injuries. You know what I'm saying? Robert Quinn had like 17 plus sacks this season. So I mean, it is what it is, man. You take Trubisky over Watson after what you've seen Watson do for two straight years. After 2 straight years in versus Alabama, and you go out there and take him. And Trevor Lawrence, every time he played against a big game in the championship, he pretty much, boo-booed in the bed besides beating Ohio State, and he went #1 overall. You can't tell me you don't see the clarity there. I just say it like that. You don't see the inconsistencies there. And Watson, his head coach called him the Michael Jordan of football. How can you pass that up? During Matt Nagy time, he was 34-31 in the regular season record, 0-2 in the postseason. So, It is what it is. He's supposed to help the offense. And somebody in the comment section just said in a consistently ranked 20 plus offense, the bottom of the league every year. So he's an offensive guy. So he got a point. But the big one, see, they fired Ryan Pace to the GM. So we'll see what the Chicago Kid Bears do after that. Okay. But this is the most controversial one. Brian Flores getting booted out, getting the Manolo boot out of Miami. Patriot way coaches never work. A lot of people pointed to the inconsistency that I just pointed to, that he got fired, but Joe Judge didn't get fired in New York. But New York, they ain't got no money. They ain't got no cap space. So I think New York is thinking about it as, we don't have any cap space. We don't have no money. This is not an attractive destination. Let's play it out next year. Shit don't happen, which is probably not gonna happen. We fired Joe Judge, and then we'll get a clean slate with a better salary cap situation. So and then a rumor where they dispelled this on this rumor going around saying that Stephen Ross, who's a lot of people don't know, he's from Detroit, him and the dude that owned the Clippers, Steve Ballmer, okay, a couple billionaires from Detroit. They saying that he went to Michigan. They said he wanted, they said that they gonna be getting hardball, right? Here you go, right here. There's a story going around. Said, "Wow, realize many assuming Flores' departure is tied to Harbaugh potential ability. I can assure you that it's not the case. Dolphins are not targeting Jim Harbaugh. Per sources, the decision to fire Flores is entirely independent." So it was a rumor going around that they had a deal with Harbaugh already in place. We didn't hear Harbaugh supposed to be returning to the NFL, right? So apparently the GM Chris Greer safe. Now they were saying that they had some difference in philosophy, so they ain't believe the same thing. And a lot of people say it's a mistake to fire Brian Flores. They made the comparison to when the Detroit Lions fired Jim Caldwell. It was a mistake, and you ask me, man, it probably was a mistake, especially if he get back. If he a black coach who got fired and somebody hired him as a head coach again, then it was a mistake. He one of the few Patriot way coaches that work. He ain't like Joe Judge, but like I said before, their biggest issue, was they took Tua Tagovailoa over Justin Herbert, which Justin Herbert would have been the number one pick in the draft had he came out the year before. So I didn't understand that. So, like I said, every GM should know talent. They should be able to draft corners, safeties. Nobody perfect. Corners, safeties. I mean, you can say they should be able to find those type of things. But what separates the great GMs is the ones that's able to identify great quarterback talent. That's the difference. John Elway and them had a great team, but he couldn't draft a quarterback. Paxton Lynch, Brock Osweiler. I think he drafted my man's up there. What's his name from my man's that just started for them, man. Drew Lock. That's the great sign of a great GM or a great coach with whoever in a great scouting department is your ability to be able to draft quarterbacks and develop quarterbacks. And that's the hardest thing to do in the National Football League. So with him being gone, a little surprised. I'm not surprised. We don't get the longest leash out here. So like I said before, there's openings. Jacksonville is open. I mean, Chicago is open. He just left Miami. Minnesota's open. We'll see what happens. Everybody seemed to think this was a mistake. So I guess they said if they make the playoffs this year, man, they finished last year off the same way. So, it is what it is. Worst case scenario, he always have a job up there in New England, I would guess, like everybody else. So, he says the roster is the way the organization functions, communicates together. That's very important in building a winning football team and sustaining it long term. Dr. Owner Stephen Ross is communication and collaboration. So apparently he hitting that they ain't getting along. Him and Chris Greer probably. So it is what it is. You figure it out. Figure it out. He'll figure it out, man, and he get back on his feet. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out the NFL playlist for more videos like this. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, or want to advertise on the channel, on my social media subscription. Twitter is the fastest way than Facebook to Instagram. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313. Right at the bottom of the screen, PayPal link description. All this in the description, usernames and all that. Best way to donate. Comment, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe, once got hit the bell icon button, hit all notifications, get notifications. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.